Hi guys, and welcome to another video with me. I'm excited you're joining me. My name is Ferenike and I'm a self-love and confidence coach. I help women with believing in themselves personally and professionally. This video is a video I have been thinking of doing for quite some time now because of the other video I did on karma about 2 years ago. It was in 2018. And it was very successful. It's one of the most successful videos on my channel, and my understanding of the law has been expanded since then. So I want to do an updated one in order to expand on the meaning of what that is. Okay, so I am inspired to do this video, and also the first video I was inspired by the empowerment speech that Oprah Winfrey did in 2016 at the Essence Festival. And I will link the video below so you can watch it on your own time if you're interested in. So first of all, I like to make the distinction between our personality and our soul, right? We are talking about, there is a conversation about soul work and soul guidance and soul searching. But what is the soul and what is the personality? Because they're two different things and we very often get them confused. So the personality of the person is who we are on the outside world, right? Is our job, our behavior, the way we look, the way we react, the way people know us. That's our personality. It's our abilities, our skill set, is the languages that we speak. That is our personality, right? With everything that exists, like with all the characteristics of the personality. Our soul, the soul is something inside that we only know. Other people don't know it. It's only us that we're aware of it. And the soul communicates to us with feelings. Also, the soul has energy, right? So there is an energy there that speaks to us. It's our intuition. It's exactly when we feel like, oh, that feels right. That doesn't feel right. That comes from your soul. So your soul is guiding you through your life in terms of what feels right and what is not what it doesn't feel right. That person, I want him in my life. That person, I don't want him in my life because it doesn't feel right, right? So just to make the distinction between the two, and to realize that according to the book from Gary Zukav, which is called The Seat of the Soul, and I love this book, it has been hugely influential for me. Actually, I can show you just this one here. This is the book, The Seat of the Soul. I am in love with this book. So Gary Zukav. It is also has a foreword from Oprah Winfrey and Maya Angelou. So if you're interested, go buy this book. I highly recommend it. So the difference between someone that is happy and someone that is fulfilled is that our personality, when our personality comes to serve the energy of our soul, so when our personality and the soul are aligned, that's when we're happy. Yes, that's when we're happy. When our personality comes to serve the energy of our soul. So our personality and our soul are aligned. That's when we feel fulfilled. That's when we feel happy. That's when we feel free. Because very often the opposite is when we are not doing what our soul tells us to do. And then we feel like, some people say, I'm doing a job that is soul shrinking, right? Because my soul is diminished by doing this work. Or I'm in a relationship that I feel I'm shrinking. I don't feel good about myself. my soul is not happy. That's when you feel that negative emotion, because you're not supposed to feel this way. You are deserving of more, and you're not allowing yourself to actually feel that. So that's the difference between the two, the personality and the soul. And when our personality comes to serve the energy of our soul, what we're here to do, what is our purpose, our purpose for existence, why we came into this world, that's when we feel happy, fulfilled, free. What a beautiful feeling. Now, that was the introduction to go into the third law of motion, Newton's law. So we learned that back in school in biology. So we learned about Newton's law and the third law of motion, which goes like this. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. What does that mean though? That means that we are energy, and the energy that we choose to put out into the world is the energy that will always come back to us, no matter what. We are responsible for the energy we put out into the world. And that means the energy of what we do, the energy of what we say, the energy of who we are, is determining the energy that will come back to us. So we are the ones deciding, we are the ones determining what is the energy that comes back to us. So when I realized that, I was like, whoa. Let's be very specific about the energy that I want to come back to me. I want to be so intentional on how, like, what is the energy that I put outside into the world, because I want to be very specific in terms of the energy I want back into my house, into my life, into my family, into who I am. So then I became very selective in terms of the people I choose around me, all of my activities. And I saw a huge shift, huge. It's also hugely impactful because you are taking responsibility for your own life. Lots of us, we are programmed to blame other people, to blame the government, to blame employers, to blame our parents, to blame anybody else apart from taking responsibility for our own lives. And that is also what makes us miserable at times. So essentially, it's not so much, I just want to make the distinction that it's not so much about the action, what we do, is the intention behind the action. So it's not about what I do, because you might do something bad. Let's say you try to trick somebody, okay? It doesn't mean that this person is gonna do something back to you. The energy is energy. It doesn't have to do with specific people, right? Energy is energy. So if you put out that energy into the world, that is the energy that will come back to you no matter what, every single time, because it's law. So it's not, so even if that person doesn't realize that you tricked them, let's say, even though that person doesn't realize that you stole money from them, even though that person doesn't realize that you you did something outside of the lines, or you crossed a boundary, even though that person doesn't realize that, that is the energy you are about. That is the energy you bring outside into the world. So I am saying that because some people are like, oh, this person did this really bad thing to me and I want to pay back to him, or I want to, like, why the good people are, staying behind and the bad people are going ahead. It's not like that. It's not like that. Every single person always gets back the energy that they put outside into the world. We are not into the lives of all of those people. We don't know what's happening within their lives, but we know the universal laws and how energy works. So don't worry about those people. They get their fair share. Care about the energy that you put outside into the world and the energy that you are about. Because that's when I realized I need to be very intentional about every single move that I do, every single thing, every single decision in my life. I need to be very intentional about that, because I don't want to do anything that I don't have the intention to do it. You know what I mean? So it was eye-opening and mind-blowing to understand how the universe actually works. It's magical, it's incredible, and I am super blessed and happy to understand that information, and I'm super excited to share it with you, because we can all get better, we can all improve, we can all the more we understand, the more we rise vibrationally, and the more that we can attract incredible things into our lives. So I hope that video was valuable for you. Please let me know on the comments below if you have experienced something like that before. In terms of you put something outside and you came back and you didn't realize, and then you realized after the event happened. Just let me know your experience with the third law of motion, Newton's law, and what are you going to do going forward to take advantage of this and actually work with the universe and not against it. Okay, I can't wait to hear your comments and connect with you soon. Take care for now, and love you all.